Imagine this. You are driving on a very busy highway. And then you see the car in front of you. It is swerving in between lanes. And you decide to look over to see what is going on. Only to realize that the driver's eyes are fixed on their cell phone, not aware of the danger he is posing to himself and to all other road users. Use of cell phone while driving has become a common scenario on our roads. Today, I would like to talk about distracted driving, the impact of cell phones on the safety of our roads. So many drivers are using these gadgets every day, and these gadgets have become a real threat in our society today. I urge you to join me as we wage war against use of cell phone while driving, use of cell phone to call or text while driving. Texting and calling while driving are a real threat in our society today. A research at the American Automobile Association Traffic Safety Division says that between 25 and 50% of all the accidents that happen, they are as a result of use of cell phones. These cell phones are causing a real distraction on many drivers on our roads. This research also says that the situation is getting worse. The more people are buying cell phones and the more people are getting connected into different networks, the worse the situation on our roads is getting. Other statistics by National Safety Council shows that 1.6 million crashes occur every year. Wow, that's a staggering number. 1.6 million crashes. And that statistics tells us that 390,000 injuries happen as a result of those crashes. Now, this is even more serious, that of the 390 injuries, 3,522 lives are lost every year as a result of use of these gadgets by our drivers. Cell phones and their impact on the safety of our roads. When I read about those thousands of deaths on our roads, it makes me remember of my friend James. James was my high school classmate. And 5 years ago, James had a wedding, accompanied by another neighbor of ours by the name Willie. Willie was the driver. And after the wedding, which ended late at the evening, they had a long distance to drive back home. In the car that they were in, Willie being the driver, James, my friend, the newlywed lady. James was accompanied by his brother and a sister, and they had a little daughter, 2 years old. So while driving home, Willie kept receiving calls, and remember, he is the driver, kept receiving text messages because people wanted to know how far they had driven or how close they were to arrive to their destination. Unfortunately, it is because of those distractions that Willie was getting from the people who are calling him that they got involved in an accident, and a tragic one, because the only person who survived in that car was the 2-year-old girl. That is the kind of impact these gadgets are having in the lives of so many people. And that's why this statistic is telling us that 3,522 people die every year as a result of use of cell phone while driving. What are the consequences then that are as a result of use of cell phones while driving? One of the consequences is that use of cell phones leads to so many deaths. As the statistic has just told us, 3,522. That's quite a number. So many deaths. Also, so many children are left as orphans because of deaths that are related to use of cell phones while driving. Just like as give an example of James and how they left behind their 2-year-old girl. So many are left as orphans, and others are left as totally or permanently disabled as a result of road accidents. And also, there are those who are left financially stressed as a result of losing their loved ones in those fatalities. What can we do in order to avoid these accidents that are caused by use of cell phones? There are several things we can do. One, it is advisable that we be turning off our cell phones when we are driving. Well, I know that one is a difficult one because cell phones have become like part of our lives. They are like, we have to have them at all times. But one of the suggestions that I would give to all of us is that as much as possible, turn off your cell phone when you're driving. You can also secure your phone and use hand-free technology. Use headphones or any other gadget you can use that can remove you from having to operate your cell phone with your hands when you're driving. Set your GPS before starting to drive. So many people get distracted trying to locate where they are going, and and accidents happen in a twinkle of an eye. So it's better you set up your GPS before you start driving. The other thing you can do is to pull over. If you have an incoming call or you want to respond to some texts, look for a safe place and pull over instead of receiving or calling while driving. In conclusion, make a commitment to never use your cell phone while driving. It is not worth leaving your children as orphans. It is not worth living a premature death. It is not worth getting permanently or totally disabled as a result of accidents that are caused by use of cell phones. It is not worth using your cell phone while driving. I would like to urge all of us to make a commitment. Make a commitment that will make the situations of our roads better. Don't text and drive. Let's save some lives. Thank you.